Hello everyone, I'm Gabriella from Mindful Movement with Gabriella, and I'm back to take you through another workout today. And today is all about our hips. So all about opening up into our hips, strengthening into our hips. All you need today equipment wise is a resistance band. If you haven't got a resistance band, do not worry, you can do the whole thing without. And then in terms of intensity, I'm using a light band. You could always go medium. Wouldn't really recommend a heavy, but of course all these bands are different, so it really depends on how strong your bands are. So choose a band that works. If you're like, that was way too light, next time you can go heavier, or vice versa. So that is all you need, equipment wise, and obviously your mat. I am now 26 weeks pregnant, so I am doing what was working for my body. So you do what works for your body. If we need to take breaks, we take breaks. If you want to make it more intense, you make it more intense. The video's for everybody. So grab what you need and then we'll get going. Okay, we'll start just by doing our big deep breaths. So close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Sit cross-legged, and then we're going to start to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Thinking about your three-dimensional breathing. So as you inhale, body fills up in all directions, and then we exhale, strong exhale through your mouth, letting all of the air out. And again, big inhale through your nose, body expands, ribs to the side and the back, belly forward, and then strong exhale. One last big deep breath. Just take these breaths in your own time. Then once you've done that last one, you can open your eyes. Just give your shoulders a roll back, because that always feels good before we start moving. And then we're going to take the soles of our feet together. So soles of your feet together, knees are going to drop open. Don't force them down now, just let them go to a comfortable position. And then we're going to aim to keep our body straight. So long line from the top of our head to our tailbone. And then just hinge it forward, and you should start to feel an openness through your hips here. And then when you feel like you've gone as far as you can go, don't force anything because we're right at the beginning. You can curve over, drop your elbows out and hold it there. Now while we're here, can we focus on our breaths? As you inhale, big inhale, seeing if we can get some movement into the back of our ribs. And strong exhale. Can we go any lower? And again, big inhale. And strong exhale. Good, and then come all the way up. You're gonna come onto your feet and then just drop knees from side to side. Good, again, taking them as far as feels comfortable. We're just starting to work on a little bit of mobility here. Good, one more to each side. And then bring yourself up. We're gonna go into one kneeling and one leg long. And then from here, can we just start to hinge our body weight forward and sit back and forward and back. Good, two more. And then hold it up for a moment and switch legs over to the other side. We're then going to just sit back. I always like a little bit of movement in these, it feels good. Good, two more. One last one. Hold it up and then take your knees out wide, feet together, stretch it long, and from there we're going to just pull ourselves forward and then sit yourself back and pull forward and back. Good. Two more. One last one. And and coming onto all fours. Good, we're gonna drop down onto our left forearm. Right leg is just gonna begin to lift up and lower down. So later on we're gonna start to add our band, but I just wanna get used to the movements first. So knee is driving up to the side, you're pushing into your forearms, you're pushing into your hand. Two more. Then you're going to hold it up for tiny pulses just at the top range. Can we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to stretch it, open it at the front of your hip and then draw your knee back round. And extend long, open at the front of your hip and back. We've only got 2 more. On your second one, we're going to hold it long, tiny lifts up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come in. Can we go back into that rotate or that hip opener? So knees are wide, feet are together, and then you can make it a little bit more dynamic by moving forward and moving back. One more. And then coming back onto all fours, we do that to the other side. So hydrants, left leg is now going to lift all the way up and slowly come down. So still remember your upper body, you want it to be active, you want to push into the ground. So your center's working as well. We're always moving in sticky honey here, so everything is slow, controlled. Good, 2 more. On the second one, we hold it up for our tiny little lifts for 10, 9, 8. 2 more, then we're going to add our extension. So go long, find that length, find the openness at the hip, and then around. And lengthen. And in. Good, create some space between your ears and your shoulders. We've got 2 more. One last one. Holding it open, tiny lifts up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come in. Back into your rest pose, stretch it out. You can give it a little wiggle from side to side if that feels okay. Then we're going to come back onto all fours. So from here, I want you to isolate just into your pelvis. So push into all 10 fingers and then just pelvic tilt here and release. And pelvic tilt. And back. So it's not a cat, it's just a pelvic tilt. So your head, your upper body stays still and you just think about drawing belly button in, hips towards your ribs, and then you can extend. So you can do an exhale as you tilt in, big inhale as you arch it in the other way, if that feels okay. 2 more, exhale in. Inhale, arch, one final one, exhale in. And inhale. Good, bringing it back through a neutral position, and then we're gonna sit back. We're gonna come onto our side now. We're gonna grab hold of our band. If you want to go heavier with your band, you can. And we're going to lie on our left-hand side. So you want to make sure your feet are in line with your bum. And then we're going to start by lifting parallel and down. So what I mean by parallel is that your knee and your foot lifts up. Lifting up, good. Band is going to be adding a little bit of an extra challenge here. and we're really resisting on the lower. So that's what I was saying about moving in sticky honey, because we always seem to control the lift, but it's also the lower that you want to control down and lift. Good, so working into our glutes, into our hips. Now we're going to start to add an extension. So we lift it up, you extend long, you pull it in and lower down. And we lift, extend. Remember, we take breaks whenever we need. We can take our band off if we want to. We can go heavier with our band if we want to. Can we go for 2 more? Then we're going to hold it up in a parallel position and pulse. Little taps up and up. So those are at the end range, right at the top of your movement, and they don't need to be massive, just make them tiny. Squeeze, you can feel the resistance on your band. Let's go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 last one. Extend your leg long. Can we go for circles with our long leg? Keeping our knee facing forward, so in a parallel position for now, because we are going to add some external rotation in a moment. Then we're going to reverse our circles and go in the opposite direction. Then hold it still. Now can you turn your thigh up into the band and then through parallel? And up into the band. So hips here don't move, because we want to get that isolation into your thigh bone and your hip socket. Good. Can we go for 1 more? And then we do internal rotation, which is turning down and center. So I always say this in my classes whenever we do moves like this. This will be different on all of us. It will be different from leg to leg. Good. 2 more. 1 last one. Hold it in your parallel position. Tiny lifts up right at the top with your band. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and lower down. We're going to come up onto our forearm now, keeping our feet together. We're going to squeeze open and close. So now you're getting external rotation. This is where it's really important to keep your hips stacked so that they don't roll open. So what I mean by that is it would be this. It's me opening everything up. I try and keep this still and just my knee opens. I'm still active through this side of my body, so don't forget about your upper body, even though we're focusing on our hips and our glutes. We still want to make sure that our upper body is supportive, it's strong. Can we go for 3 more? 2. 1 last one. Then we're going to hold it open for little pulses. So we hold it open. Tiny taps here. Pulling the band. Ooh. Let's go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close down. We're going to come onto our knees. We're going to do that first sequence that we did in our mobility section, but now you've added the band, so you're going to lift the same leg up and down. So this is all on the same leg. So we squeeze up and control the lower. And squeeze. Good work. So everything I want to do in this series, this grounded series, is controlled, is strong. We're staying connected to the floor, staying grounded through our breath. Good. Can we hold it up and go for our little pulses? 10, 9, 8, 4, 2, 1. We're going to extend it long. Oh, knee comes back round to elbow and extend long. And knee back around. 2 more. On the second one, hold it back. Tiny lifts up at the top range. Keep pushing the ground away, so center's supported here. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee to elbow and close it down. Good. Come into your rest pose, so knees wide, feet together, and we can stretch it out there. Good work. Okay, we know what's coming. We've got 2 legs, 2 sides. We're going to rest our head in our hands on the other side. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Let's lift up parallel and lower. You always find the second side can feel quite intense, if not more intense, because this side has done a lot of work already. So even though one leg is moving, this leg that you're pulling the band off is supporting us. Good. I can already feel it. Might be a case of me taking a few breaks on this side. Oh, no, I can do this. Happy thoughts, positive thinking. Good. Two more. Then we're going to add on, so lift up, extend long, pull it back in and down, and lift, extend long. So on the extensions, you want to make sure that your leg doesn't go too far back, but it does come in line with your hip here, and lower. And use your breath. So when everything starts to feel quite intense, can we inhale through our nose and exhale through your mouth. 2 more. I've lost count. Have we got one more? Good. We're going to hold it up. Tiny pulses just at the top range. So make those really small. Good. How are we feeling? 8 more. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. We extend long and circle, keeping your thigh parallel for now. So knee faces forward, circles are tiny. It's just a little lift up into the band each time. And can we reverse the circles? Hold it still. We turn our thigh up into the band and parallel. Oh my God, I got barely any movement. Up. So this is what I was saying. My left leg just doesn't externally rotate as much as my right. And that is fine. You do want to make sure that your hips stay stacked. So I don't want you to open your hips just so you can get more range. One last one. Then we're going to go into internal rotation and parallel. And internal rotation through. Good. Keeping the leg up, try not to let it dip down. 2 more. One last one, then we're going to hold it parallel, tiny lifts up. So we're pulling the band. Can you get any higher? Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come in. We're going to come up onto our forearm. Feet now stay together. We squeeze it open and down. And squeeze. Good. And lower. How are we doing? It's another hot day here. If you're doing this from the UK, it's going to be 33 degrees today. So I've got the fan on, shorts on. Good. Really nice work. So control the open, control the lower. Same thing, just check in with all of your points. So hips are stacked, side is lifted. We're pushing into the ground, so creating space between our ear and our shoulder on our supporting side. Two more. Then we're going to hold it up and pulse. Tiny pulses here. Right at that end range. Let's go for 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. We're going to come onto all fours. We're going to start by going into our hydrant up and lower down and up. I just realized I feel like I was grimacing a lot through that sequence. So if that's you as well, that is fine. If we're taking breaks, that is fine. If you're like, not really feeling it, Gabby, you can go heavier with your resistance band. And in. Good. I have to keep reminding myself to breathe. Good. Have we got 3 more? On your third one, hold it up, tiny little lifts up. Both sides of our hips and our glutes on fire maybe. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. We extend long and knee back round. And can we try and keep the knee high? Can we keep the tension on the band? Forward a tiny bit. Good. We're not hunching in our upper body, so use the push into the ground to create space. Three more. 2. On the third one, we hold it back, tiny little lifts up. Good, can we go for 10 more? 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes in and we lower down. Good, feet together, knees wide. Just stretch it out there. Let your breath come back down. Then we're going to lift ourselves up. Take your band off and just pop it to the side. So we're going to come into our pretzels. So I'm going to show you side on. Left leg is going to come forward. You want your left knee pointing forward. Right knee is going to go to the side. So hopefully we see that right knee out, left knee in front. And then your top hip you want to be forward. Options with your hands more supportive here, a little bit more intense with our hands off. We're going to start with an internal rotation of this thigh, so like we did on the mat just then. So internally rotate your thigh. Your foot might lift, it might not. Let's see how that feels today. Good, very nice. So I'm going to show you the whole thing side on, just so you can see the lift there. Good. We might feel quite crampy here, getting that internal rotation. Remember, hands down, more body weight forward over our front leg if we want that today. We've got 2 more. One last one. Now you're going to try and lift knee and foot up and lower down. Knee and foot and lower. So this might be a case of taking way more weight over our front leg. That is fine, especially if it's one of our first times doing pretzels. If we're tight in our hips, if it feels crampy, use the support. We can always come back to this, and over time our body can come a little bit more upright. Good. 2 more. We're going to hold it up on our second one and go for tiny little lifts. Lift up. Good. Now we're going to flex our foot and we're going to push back and squeeze your bum as you push back. Yeah, nice. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. We'll do our combination. Point your toe and lift twice. Flex your foot and push twice. Point, lift, and flex, push. Also getting some work into your waist here, into your side. One last one. And point your toe. Now we're going to move our leg around and sit onto both sit bones, and then we send it back. Good. And around. Sit on both sit bones, so both butt cheeks. And scoot back. And in. Good. Can we go for 2 more? One last one. And then we're going to pull it all the way forward and stretch it out. So straighten the leg that was at the front, cross the leg over that was working, and then sit up tall and twist towards the bent leg. So I'm not twisting too far today, but if you've got more twist in you, you can do that. And really pull this leg in towards your chest, and you feel a nice stretch down this side. And then we're going to switch it over. So I'm going to do this one facing the front if I've got space, just so we can see from a different angle. Good. So we're going to start with the internal rotation and down. Internal rotation. Yeah. So this is the leg I was saying on the other side doesn't have much internal rotation. And try to really think thigh bone moving, not a whole shift of your body weight forward. I don't think I filmed one video where Iggy stayed in the same place the whole video. Really good. How's this side feeling? Maybe feeling better, maybe feeling worse. Just work with what it's giving you. It's just good to be aware of the imbalances that we have, or maybe different hips. Don't force anything though, work with that side. We've got one last one. Then we're going to lift knee and foot and down. So naturally I'm shifting my body weight over. So this is what I was saying, if your hands are to the floor, you can take loads more body weight over your front knee. This side might feel better for you. Good. We've got 2 more. One last one. Then you're going to hold it up and go into tiny little pulses. So just little lifts at the top. So foot is pointed for this one. And the pulses are just at the top range. Really small. Don't forget about your breath, as I always do. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot and then push back. So it's like you're stamping your foot on the wall behind you or whatever's behind you. You can think about pushing a heavy box if that helps. Get your bum involved. 3 more, then we've got the combination in 1. So you're going to point and lift twice, and you're going to flex and push back twice. So you point, lift, and flex, push. Point, lift for 2. Flex, push. Yeah. Oh, pretzels are killer. We've got 2 more. One last one, but so good for our hip mobility. Then point your toe, we're going to pull it forward, sit on both sit bones and send it back. And pull forward. And back. Good. Really see if we can get that openness at the front of your hip each time. Two more. One last one. And then we'll draw it all the way back round and stretch it out. So front leg is the straight one. The one that was working is crossed over. You can hug it in and sit up tall and twist. How are we feeling? Hopefully hips starting to feel worked. Good, and come down. Okay, last bit we're gonna do today, we're gonna come back onto lying on our side, resting our head in our hands, and we're gonna come into our banana position now. So long legs, so we're gonna be in this, that's why I call it a banana. Feet are forward, legs are forward, and we're gonna lift our leg up and tap down. So think about the length and lower. Heel reaches away and down. Oh, I forgot our glute bridges. So nearly there. Good, so we're getting that abduction, moving out and squeezing in. On our next one, can we hold up? Same thing that we did with our band. Can we go into internal rotation and through? And internal rotation and through. So keeping the height with your leg. We haven't got the band, but bottom leg is solid. 2 more. One last one. And now we do the external rotation and through. External rotation. So we're focusing on trying to keep our pelvis fairly still as we move our thigh. 2 more. This time we're going to hold it in external rotation, and we're going to go for our circles in our external rotation. Good work. And reverse. And hold. Can we kick it up to the sky and lower it down? And kick as far up as you can go and lower. Two more. One last one. Take it back through parallel, point your toes, tiny lifts up, reaching your toe away. Can you do those pulses right at the top? We've only got 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Good, rolling over to the other side. Resting your head in your hands, coming into your banana shape. We begin by lifting it up and lowering it down. And lift up and lower. There he goes. Good. So because we haven't got our band, we can hopefully get it a little bit higher. Same thing though, as I said before, can you keep your knee facing forward? So whenever we're in a parallel position, we are in a parallel position. And then when we go into external rotation, then that is an active external rotation. Two more. On the second one, let's hold it up and go into our little lifts there. So very small lifts. Top leg is over your bottom leg. Hold it still. Can we do the external rotation and parallel? And external. Good. Two more. One last one. Hold it open. Then can we go for our circles in our external rotation? And reverse the circles, stabilizing through the rest of our body, making it move from the top of our hips. Two more. One last one. And then we kick it up and lower down and lift. Three more. Two. One last one. Take it back through parallel, point your toes, little lifts up to finish here. Go for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Great work. Now we're going to finish. Band around your thighs. All the way on your back if that feels good. We're going to lift our hips up and then lift your heels and pull your heels in. Hands are by your side or up to the sky. I'm going to have them by my side today. And we're just going to squeeze the band open and come in. So chin is up to the sky. Squeeze and in. Good. Really nice work. We're not here for too long. So if lying on your back in this position doesn't work for you, you don't have to. If you're pregnant though and you feel okay, then that is fine because you're not lying all the way down. Your hips are elevated. We're not going to be here for long. Can we add 2 pulses out? 2 little taps and in. Out. 2 little taps. In. Good. One more. And then we're going to hold it open and tap, tap, tap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, one last one. Hold it here. Can we do a little pump up with our hips? And then as we pump up, can we do a little push out? Push out. So they come in as we dip and push as we go up. Final bit for the whole class today. 10 more. 9. 4, 3, 2, 1, and in, lower down, and then just bring yourself up into a seated position. Good, take your band off. Soles of our feet are gonna come together, same as when we began the class, hopefully feeling a little bit more connected to our hips, worked through there, a bit more open. So curve it over and sink your body down. Big inhale and exhale. And then lift yourself up. We're going to step one leg forward. And then you can sink your hips as low down as feels okay. You might want to walk your feet out. That gives you a bit more room. You can drop onto your hands. You can give it a little sway. You could always lift your back knee. Give it some circles here. Rock forward and back. And switch over. So you've got multiple options. You can keep it a little bit more upright. You can walk your hand out and hold it there. You can tuck your toes and lift your knee, drawing circles whenever feels good. And you can reverse. And back knee goes down. Let's finish on all fours. So just give your tail a little wag from side to side. Then hold it still. Now can you draw one hip up and look towards it? And then through the center, other hip comes up. Good, one more on each side. Then you can go through your cat and away, and anything else that feels good. So if that feels good, or you just want to make it a bit bigger, do whatever feels nice here. And then bring yourself down. Really good work. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that one. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see. If you want to make that more intense next time, you can always go heavier with your resistance band. Please like my videos, subscribe to my channel. It's always a massive help, and I'm loving seeing the comments. So thank you to everyone who's commenting on the videos, and hopefully I will see you again next week.
Be free, live it up, just me and you.